Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Street Sharks episode. I can't remember the name of it. Huh. It has shark in the title, I know that. So anyway, the Sharks and the Dino Avengers are battling with the Raptors, and the Sharks win and actually capture the Raptors, but then suddenly a bunch of the Dino Avengers start to collapse. And they're all like, wait, what? What's going on? And in the confusion, the Raptors escape, but right before they do, Bad Rap plants a spy tracking listening in device on Stegs. And the interesting thing is there's never any kind of follow-up on that. Like, the Sharks never find the spy device on Stegs. So, presumably, it's still there after the episode ends, huh? I'll have to remember that and see if that ties in with a future episode or an upcoming episode. So anyway, um, I don't know where they go. Like, they're at a base, but I don't know, is it the Dino Avengers base or is it the Street Sharks base? It doesn't really look like either of them. It's this big, empty, like, concrete room. It looks like it's underground, maybe. Whatever. Anyway, Benz is, with the Sharks. He's trying to figure out a cure for the Dino Avengers, and he finds out that a potential cure could be in a fungus that's only found in the Amazon rainforest. So the Sharks decide to go to the Amazon rainforest, and because of that tracking, that spy device, the Raptors hear this, and somehow they beat them to the rainforest. Alright, sure. Not that it matters much, it's just kind of a weird thing, like, whatever. I think it would have been better if, like, the Raptors had gotten sick too, and that's why they're also in such a hurry to get there. Also, the disease is never explained. The most we get is Stegs, when he's sick with all the other Dino Avengers, he says, this is similar to something we encountered on Cyprus 3 or whatever, some other planet. Or maybe T-Bone says it, I don't remember. But, why does it affect them and not the Sharks and not the Raptors? Oh, whatever. Anyway, the Raptors beat them to the rainforest and they're setting stuff on fire just because they want to be jerks, I guess. Um, let's see. Da-da. Oh yeah, and also for some reason T-Bone acts like a jerk suddenly. Like he's been kind of been getting along with the Sharks. Like he's still like semi-hostile like he usually is, but now he just outright is like, I don't need your help, I'm gonna do this on my own. Why? Why does he act like that? And I don't know, whatever. Is that his personality? He's just kind of a big jerk, whatever. So anyway, the Raptors are firing at the Sharks' jets and T-Bones, and let's see. They shoot down the Sharks' jets along with Ben's. Ben's thing lands in a river and almost goes over a waterfall, but then T-Bone swoops in and saves them. And then, along with the Sharks, they all make a plan to redirect the water from the river to put out the forest fires. So they build a little makeshift dam, put out the forest fires, and that's not really a important part of the episode at all. If you were to cut this episode down, you could probably just cut that whole sequence. Oh, and even at the end, the forest fires aren't really that big of a deal. I'm wondering if that was something added in at the last minute or something. So, let's see. Oh yeah, T-Bone begins to suffer the same symptoms as the other Dino Avengers, and so the Sharks are helping him through the jungle to find the fungus, and then they come to this native tribe. There's this shaman leader guy. They call him shaman, so like whatever. They don't speak English, and there's a really nice little nod to continuity where Ripster says, Benz, you know how we can talk to them? And Benz is like, I lost my universal translator when my ship crashed. Oh, well, that's cool. They actually remembered he had a translator with him, but yeah. Of course, it's not really important that they know what they're saying because they seem to communicate just fine without knowing English. Like, they have a picture of the fungus they're looking for. The shaman guy's like, oh, yep, I know where that is. And he, like, makes a little drawing of a specific type of tree in the dirt, and they're like, oh, okay, so you know what we're looking for. And so then, let's see, Oh yeah, they leave T-Bone behind at the tribe. They go out to find the fungus, the raptors show up and attack. And oh yeah, there's a weird bit here where Benz tells the sharks, well, you guys get the fungus, I'm gonna go back and get the jets, otherwise we won't have a way to get out of here. But then he goes with the sharks. It reminds me of back in, was it Rebel Sharks, where they're in that other country and their ships crash in a swamp or something, and Benz is like, well, you guys get into the city, I'm gonna go back and fix the jets, but then he goes with the sharks for a while. Alright, sure. So anyway, there's a big fight with, the raptors, and it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, it's a long fight, and there's a weird thing, it keeps looking like they've defeated them for good. Like, there's a couple of, like, really bad hits the Raptors take, but then they just keep getting up, and eventually they just leave. Oh, and then they fall down the waterfall, and, do they die? It kind of looks like they die, because they fall down the waterfall, and they never show up again. They're never mentioned again. And there's all these other scenes where it looks like, yeah, these could have been definitive, like, deaths for these characters, but then they just get right back up. It's such a weird thing with the Raptors. They're not very good villains because they're easily defeated over and over and over again. Like, their one, like, power seems to be just resilience, that they can just get right back up after nearly anything. So then, the sharks find the fungus, they bring it back to the tribe, and the shaman prepares the thing, makes it into a cure, they give it to T-Bone, and then, let's see. Oh yeah, the sharks are like, there's still forest fires, we gotta figure out how to put them out, and then the tribe starts doing this ritual, and they're like, what are they trying to do, make it rain? And then it rains, and the fires are put out, and they're like, oh wow, maybe it was them who caused the rain, and then T-Bone is fine. He thanks the tribal shaman, and he says to the sharks, we gotta get back and give the cure to the other Dino-Vengers. And then he makes some kind of weird, like, just offhand gag about, and you sharks are gonna follow me, because you're natural follower guppies or something. And then everybody laughs, and laughs, and laughs, and laughs, and T-Bone is like, what are you laughing about? Nothing about what I just said was funny. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. And then the camera pulls back, and they keep laughing, and T-Bone keeps saying it's not funny. And then it ends. That was weird. That was really weird. I don't know what the ending there was. Like, did the writers just get stoned or something and thought, what if they just laugh at the end? So anyway, the episode is fine, although the thing that really irritates me about these last episodes is the hostility between, or well, mainly coming from the Dino-Vengers, sometimes from the sharks. It gets really annoying really fast, it's not pleasant to watch. The other thing is just that the Street Sharks, like, plot has been completely forgotten about. The Raptors are now, like, the only villains. Like, back in the Street Sharks, we had a variety of villains. Even with Paradigm, like, he still had different Ceviots who worked with him. Slash, Slopster, Reptile, Killamari, Tentakill, Shrimp Louie, even. But with the Raptors, it's just Hax, Spitter, and Bad Rap. There's no other villains, and these are the same, and they still don't have any kind of personalities. They're all really boring, dull characters when you compare them back to the original Street Shark villains, who all had some pretty interesting personalities, and looks, and powers, and abilities, and things associated with them, but these guys just have kind of one goal in mind, and that's kind of the problem with these episodes, is they're all way too similar and formulaic. Oh, and also, it's, again, another episode where there's only one Dino-Venger prominent. So, oh yeah, and I forgot about this weird thing. When the sharks are talking about the forest fires, and then, oh yeah, they're talking about putting out the forest fires, and we cut to a music video, and at first I thought the music video was supposed to show them going around putting out the fires, but it isn't. It's just showing a bunch of clips from earlier in the episode, and the song in this is really, really annoying. I really don't care for this one. In the past, the music video segments, they're awkward and they don't always fit very well, but they at least kind of flow with the tone a little bit. This just feels completely arbitrary and out of nowhere and just shoved in. I don't know what was going on. So, let's see. Looking through my notes here. Oh yeah, the thing about only one Dino-Venger being prominent in these last episodes, I'm really thinking there must have been like a mandate or something from the producers or the studio or something. But I don't know why. Was it to like build up the personality of each individual Dino-Venger? Because T-Bone's personality isn't really all that different from Spike's. Steggs still doesn't have like a focus role. Bullseye has had one. Bullseye is probably the most likable of the Dino-Vengers at the moment. Bad Rap and the Raptors still don't really have established personalities beyond just we like to do bad things, whatever. Yeah, not a whole lot else to say about this one. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.